Hello, I'm Catherine Gallagher, and I think you all know me, but I'm going to be leading the retreat in Wales, and I'm very, very excited about it. I personally have been really craving this time to meet in person with all of you and just to be present. I think so often when we're on the Zoom calls or even especially at conferences, it's we have such short amount of time to be with each other, so to actually be in one place, be together, you can go so much deeper and like you just have that time to reflect and to kind of consider where you've been and where you're going. And especially with the time of year, it's like a really, we think a really great time of year to have this kind of retreat. This is post WTM, which obviously is like full on, kind of very, very busy, and to be able to kind of drop out of that and straight into somewhere that you can completely decompress is pretty invaluable. And it's before, if in the US, before Thanksgiving and before the Christmas season. So it's a really nice time to reflect on the year and to consider where you're going for the year ahead with no less than the very best in the industry. So to have all of you coming together, you're all people that are running your own small business, or not necessarily small, but small to medium-sized businesses. You're the ones that are leading the show, and yeah, to come together and to be with others who are facing similar challenges is really, really special. So that's an overview. And we've picked, or rather, Gabby has picked, I'm going to say the most fantastic venue for this retreat. It's in Wales, which is certainly one of my favourite places in the world. It's just beautiful and really tranquil. It is exactly the right sort of place to retreat. And it's actually a women-owned venue by none other than Laura Tennyson, who actually I didn't know who it was until I kind of realised who she was, but she was actually the founder of and CEO of Jojo Maman Bébé, who I know very well, having a small person. I was like, wow, and she's incredibly successful entrepreneur, and then she's created this really wonderful space to for us to run the retreat from. So we're going to have a space to do some masterminding in small groups. Obviously, we'll be a small group anyway. It's like a maximum of 16 people that are going to actually be attending. And we will be having, there's sound baths, there's going to be wild swimming if you want to, no pressure. You don't have to do any of these things, but it's just like creating that space for you to do that. And Gabby, did you want to say any more about the venue itself?
Or just to add that it's in a beautiful area of Wales. So it's near a place called Abergavenny, which is kind of the gateway to a national park called the Brecon Beacons. And just adding to what Catherine said, it is an incredibly restorative site. I think the way that it's surrounded by water and mountains, so we can get off the site and do lots of lovely local walks, or also just remain on the site and really dive into the theme of water, the art of pause, and just really connect with the farmhouse setting. I mean, it's really beautiful. The kitchen, the kind of breakout spaces, the bedrooms. Yeah, it's all just lovely, intimate touches and very comfortable and beautiful. So, yeah.
Thank you, Gabby. And I don't know if I mentioned it before I started recording, but Gabby is the director at Active England, who are our partners. She's a WTL member and partners in crafting this itinerary. And Coco is our retreats director, and she's an absolute retreat whiz, knows everything there is to know about retreats. So she's also been, well, very much behind the scenes in curating this. So, yes, what else can I tell you? Lots of things. But I'd just like to open up to questions right now in terms of like, yeah, what your questions are. Like, have you been on a leadership retreat before? Would be interesting. Oh, and are you going to WTM? Lots of questions there.
I don't know if there's a hand raising here, but I can raise my
Yeah,
hand.
go for it, Karen.
Yeah, I'll be at WTM. I go every year.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been on a leadership retreat or any type of retreat before. I mean, I've certainly seen lots of advertisements, and I know people that have been on them. Um, so like in terms of the master classes, I mean, what sort of, I know you're saying, oh, they can be personalized, but like from my perspective, I'm not sure if I would have necessarily a topic. I mean, what sort of topics would be in the master classes?
Okay, so what I'll do, I'm just going to talk through some of the itinerary actually, just to go through like the from the when we arrive, because that's yeah, we're going to have like a welcome circle in a space where we all come together to set intentions. So I'm a trained coach, and so we'll be doing some intention settings. That's me kind of asking those kind of questions to think about what your intentions are for the weekend. We'll also be having a journaling session, and then on the Saturday we will be having we're going to do a guided hike and an outdoor reflection exercise. So that is I'm going to be using an exercise that I've done before, which is all around leadership and values. So I'll be asking some questions and getting you kind of thinking about values. So that's very much instrumental to running any business and your life. So that's around values. And then we'll be running another session in the afternoon. When we did this in Panama, which is the retreat that we ran last fall, we did and this is what I do in my elite sessions. We have like a small group, elite mastermind groups that we have with WTL, which are online. So I know Monica's and Moon, I believe, actually have been members of those groups. What we do in those sessions is we ask you about like your challenges within your business, and we have like a special kind of framework that we use to really kind of extract some of those challenges, and then for you to have that hive mind of the other women that are there, sort of diving deeper into some of those challenges so that you collectively come up with some solutions. And something that I always say is like, you know, you always have to use your own discernment, but my goodness, there's so much power in like hearing other people's insights that you've not necessarily seen yourself, like to have someone else reflecting back what they're seeing, what they're hearing, or their own experience as well, that then you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take that. And then you then can put that into action. So you're like, okay, and just giving yourself that time and that space outside of your business and your busy day. You know, I know everyone's super, super busy all the time, and you're very much kind of in your businesses. So to have that time outside where you're surrounded by others who are actually in the industry and understand some of the challenges, so you're gaining really kind of their insights from their expertise, and then you can choose what you take from it. So that's kind of how we've run mastermind sessions in the past. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, it does. And I also, is it possible to be in contact with some of the people those who did the retreat last year, just to get some, I don't know, some feedback?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Great.
We can do that. I'll write that down. And wait, let me do that.
And how many people did you have last year in Panama?
We had, I think we had, yeah, it was 8. Yeah, thank you, 7 or 8. So it was 8. Yeah, and this is something else that's important to mention. Some of our retreats are mixed gender, but this one is women only. So just so you know, that is what we're doing here. So yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. It definitely sounds interesting. And it's very convenient, of course, because it's right after a World Travel Market, and yeah, like you said, Wales is very beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not actually that far either from London. It's only a couple of hours, you know, and you get the train. And something really important to mention is that as soon as you get to, is it Gloucester on the train?
Gloucester, yes.
You don't have to think about anything. You will be picked up, you'll be taken care of. You don't have to think about your laundry, Monica.
It's all I want in life. I live life to hear that sentence. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
you don't have to do any cooking. I mean, actually, the chef that we have is phenomenal. He actually special chef for people who are doing like wellness, and he's like does loads of stuff with the cycling team. Is that right, Gabby? So he's like going to be creating really nutritious food that is not only delicious but is actually really, really good for our bodies. And I could go on to a whole thing around nutrition there as well, and like how much it affects our minds as well. And so to have that kind of space where you're being nourished from the inside out is, yeah, very important.
Yes, and if I may, because the theme is all around the art of pause, and we're really going to be tuning in to water. Owen, our chef, is going to be creating all of our meals based on the themes. And as we dig and dive deeper each day, you'll see that reflected through all of the different touch points. So through the movement sessions with our facilitator Lottie, through the masterminds with Catherine, through the guided hikes with Gabby, we're going to be pulling in and giving you space. So sometimes, Kieran, we don't even know what it is that we need to address. Sometimes we might not, sometimes we might be at the peak of excitement of something really bubbling and we feel great in our business, but when we don't give ourselves that space, we don't have the time to reflect. So retreat is for that. So not only for you to reflect, but to be around other really powerful women who can applaud you, help you, guide you. That is the intention of these retreats for WTL.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, definitely sounds good. I mean, in my case, I don't know how your, yeah, I'm sure your members are, there's a diverse group of members. But I'm not a sole business owner. I have, we're three owners. So, I don't handle all aspects of the business. So, I guess my perspective wouldn't necessarily be on the business as a whole, or just more on my part of the business, I would say. I don't know how are your members? Are they mostly, one owner that just themselves, or just everybody? It's just different.
Yeah, thank you, Monica. I was going to say I'm going to get Monica to speak to that, because Monica is also interested in joining the retreat, and yeah, I'll let you speak to that before I.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I can be visible. Hi,
Hello.
good morning. It's 7 o'clock here where I am in Colorado, so it's still morning. Hi, Gabby. Good to see you. Hi, Monica.
Hi, it's been too long.
I know. I hope you can come. Are you coming? We'll talk later.
Well, figuring that out now.
Yeah, exactly. So Karen, yeah, I own two businesses, one in the US and one in Italy. I have a staff in Italy of about 25 people in season, and in the US, we have 7 or 8 people. So I agree with you that, I mean, I'm interested in going. I don't have challenges necessarily. I mean, I do. I have lots of challenges that, we'll get into when we're there, but
Yeah.
I don't have anything that I'm coming there to solve or anything. For me, what's helpful about these kinds of peer-to-peer sessions is just being with other people, and so that's why it kind of depends on who's there.
Okay.
So like if we were all there, I would sign up in a minute. This is why I said, Mona, are you going? Because it's that kind of sharing and learning from each other that we get. So I was super excited. I know Gabby. I love Gabby. I know Catherine. I love Catherine. So I was super excited to see that they're leading it. So that's just something that is interesting to come to. But I also don't have any particular massive business challenges that I'm trying to solve.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was like, the business of course has challenges, of course. And like you, I also have two businesses. I have one based in the US and one based here in Madrid. They work in synergy with each other. So
yeah, same.
They're often looked at as kind of one business with two names, let's say. But yeah, I don't have anything specific. I just was thinking, yeah, it would be a good opportunity to to meet other people and to hear about their businesses, and just in general a bit of camaraderie, I suppose.
Yeah.
Same, I'd sign off on all that you said. I think what I'd add to it is I'd also be like pause is what resonates the most with me right now, and I feel like it would be very helpful to learn to slow down a bit more and learn to enjoy. I also to have two businesses and a foundation, and you have a bunch of overachievers on the call. Um, so I think it would be for me a priority to really be able to sit back and pause and learn to slow down. And I feel like I would really like to enjoy the process more because I like what I do.
Yeah. On a side note, Muna, I don't know if you remember, but I traveled to Jordan and I was in contact with you.
I do remember you and I remember your name and I'm trying to place it. I'm like, where was this link?
Yeah, we stayed at the place in Jordan. Where is it your foundation that's there? I can't even remember the name now.
It's
Sorry.
Baraka. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
the bed and breakfast. No, that's the company.
yeah.
Okay. Do you have a good time?
Yeah, we had an awesome time in Jordan. That was our trip from 2023. Originally, we were supposed to go 2020, and
Okay.
we had to, well, of course, we had to postpone everything, and we ended up going in 2020. Maybe it was 2022. Can't remember now. Anyway, and so I was like, oh, it's Muna.
Awesome. I'm
Brilliant.
encouraging also one of my friends to join this. Her name is Bisan. She's running a foundation called Project Z and also in tourism. So hopefully, we were talking yesterday about pause. So I sent this to her today.
Well, that would be wonderful. It's so a note on that. So we have special pricing for WTL members, and but it is open to non-members as well. And we are equally. It's interesting. Obviously, it is really important. I think having the dynamic right and having the right kind of people in the room. And I feel like we will attract the right people in the room anyway. But it is something where we're not just going to, like, if someone just pays up, we're going to basically interview people before they join.
Yeah.
So that's kind of part of that process. And and I think just being around others in this kind of environment is really inspiring, and you don't know what you don't know until you're around others. So thanks, Mina and Monica, as well, for sharing there, and great to hear you have so many similarities in your businesses. We've had quite a few others who are interested, and you're all brilliant business owners and leaders and overachievers for sure. So you can all come together and chill, and Gabby and I will be the helping you chill more. And it's not just us, actually. We've got Lottie as well, haven't we? And Gabby, did you want to do you want to explain a bit more about Lottie and her?
Yeah, so Lottie is one of our key guides at Active England, and she guides across the UK, and specifically Wales, actually. So she knows the area incredibly well, so she will help facilitate some of the walks. But she's also a movement coach based in London. She owns her own business as a personal trainer, but also yoga teacher. And she focuses on longevity training. So really kind of, and basically attached to the mind as well, like, so tying in breath work, movement, and yoga practices, just to curate. So she's pivotal with us as a guide, because she not only drives all of our vehicles, makes sure everything is organized behind the scenes for all of our clients, she also taps into something much deeper for our travelers from the States, and that's a movement piece. So that's the yoga element, that's a breathwork element. So yeah, very excited for you to all meet her in November, hopefully.
Great. Awesome.
She sounds amazing. Thank you. And just a note on the rooms as well. We have 3 different types of room category. So we have a room, there are options that you have your own ensuite room. And then there's the option of sharing a room. And then there's another option, which is you have your own room and a shared bathroom with one other person. So those are the kind of 3 different room categories, obviously at different price points. So yeah, do you have any more questions on that or anything else? You're ready to sign up.
What I heard you say. What other people are interested in coming? Have you?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
I know it's a it's a chicken and egg situation, right? Everyone's waiting to see, but do you
I
already have
just
some people that have
decided that
signed up,
everybody
or?
who says they're interested is coming. So
Okay, perfect.
yeah. But the other people that we have, so there's Elizabeth Fournier, who she has a DMC operation based out of Costa Rica, and you've probably met her actually, Monica. I think she was in Panama, but she popped over to Panama for our evening event. She's a really lovely lady. She also goes to, I think she'll be at WTM, but she's German by birth, I believe, so she spends part of her year in Germany. So hence it's easy for her to kind of come over. And then do you know Marie, she's got like a gardening tour business based out of Belgium. She's a really smart, switched on lady, and has built up this really lovely business doing kind of high-end garden tours. Yeah, so she's somebody who's really interested in joining as well. Yeah, all very established business owners, very professional, and people that I feel like you can all inspire each other and learn from each other and just be together.
Awesome.
Great. That sounds cool. I like the international aspect too.
Yeah.
The bicultural. Exactly. We have a lot of people that are put in two worlds.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't done a huge amount sort of promoting it outside of WTL yet. And obviously we want to kind of like give the spaces to WTL members first. So yeah, we will. We've got like basically if you are keen and you're ready to sign up, it's a £500 deposit, which is due, well, obviously immediately, and then final payment is due beginning of September. And yeah, if you're happy to sign up within the next week, we'll give you £100 off the
and what's
price.
the minimum? What's the minimum number? What number?
8. Okay. Yeah, we need 8 to run it basically.
Okay.
So
hopefully we'll get there quickly.
Yeah, I'm confident. So actually, also, you know, if you three particularly are keen, and then we've got Marie, hopefully, and Elizabeth, who is also interested, and I think there was someone else actually who messaged me. So, but let's say we kind of hit that. It would be great if, Marina, for example, you've got someone who you think would be a great fit, even with it, you know, if it's within WTL or outside. Obviously a women owner of a travel company or a leader of, then that would be great to know about them and to invite them too.
Great. Awesome.
And then you might be more comfortable sharing a room with them too, and then that brings the price down if that's important to you.
Yeah, good point. I thank you guys. I have to step off to for a meeting, but it was good seeing everybody, and I will be in touch soon.
Yeah, it was very helpful. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank
See
you.
you in November, if not before. Okay. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.